This is Vargas recording live again from the Vargas Vault. Just finished recording a comic book pickup video, which you probably have seen before this one. And I just wanted to make a really quick, because I said I was going to record a movie update, which I do, but I wanted to talk about some other stuff because I let stuff pile up and then record a video. It's something that I work at doing, so I keep track of what I've gotten for this purpose. And yeah, I didn't get that much stuff that is in movies because, again, trying desperately to save whatever money I can, but I was able to get some stuff that I wanted to share with you. So unless I'm forgetting anything else, which I hope I'm not, these are the pickups for this video. So, first off, got some CDs. Yes, I am still collecting CDs. A lot of people have given up on CDs because, you can get stuff from stuff like Spotify, stuff like that. But I was having this conversation with my wife and a couple of friends. I am a creature of physical media. I like owning something. I like having it for display, for collection, for enjoying it. It's just the feel of something physical. It's why I don't like the idea of comic books going out and being completely digital. It's not the same feel. Books also, it's not the same feel of reading a book than scrolling it through a screen. Stuff, things like that. But I'm an old man stuck in my old ways, so bear with me. But I got the Cure Disintegration. I have been meaning to get more Cure CDs. I only have two. The Mixed Up and Kiss Me, Kiss Me. I think I barely. Again, it's 2 in the morning at this point, so my memory is garbage. But I got the Cure Disintegration, which is really cool. I need to get more Cure and the Peach Mode. The Petch Mode, however you pronounce that. Picked up, still sealed, still haven't opened it. Korn, The Serenity of Suffering. Need to see that. I've kind of lost track of Korn. It's one of the bands that I liked as I was younger, but some of their newer stuff I didn't care for. That one I don't remember listening to, because they made one that I didn't really care for. Might have been something with Paradigm, but I don't know. I didn't pick that one up. Trying to complete. Some people would question why, but I'm trying to complete my Thalia collection, and this is Thalia Arrasando, which was one of her bigger hits. So yeah, I'm missing her very first CD, and 2 of her newer stuff. But yeah, finally added some AC/DC to the collection, and I got this one specifically. This is AC/DC Who Made Who, because this is the soundtrack to A Maximum Overdrive, that Stephen King movie where the machines and cars and everything like that come to life. A lot of people don't like that one. I like that movie. I thought it was really cool, and it has a Green Goblin bus as the bad guy, so I thought that was pretty amazing. And a really cool line that it says, "Oh, this ATM just called me an asshole." I got a chuckle out of that scene. So yeah, got some AC/DC. I need to get Back in Black. I really like Back in Black. So yeah, and also the Iron Man, the first, the first or the second Iron Man soundtrack has a lot of AC/DC songs. So I need to get that. And I picked up music inspired by Pokemon 2000. I'm a Pokemon lover. I love Pokemon. And Detective Pikachu is gonna come out. That actually looks really cool. So I saw this with Movie Freak Bazaar. I actually picked this up, and I wanted it, and I got it. And the songs are not that memorable, but it's the soundtrack for a movie that I like. I actually really like the first Pokemon movie, because Charizard and Mewtwo are my 2 favorite Pokemon. But that one Pokemon 2000 was really cool because they had I'm gonna nerd out with Pokemon, but it had Lugia, who I like the design. It reminds me a lot of Mewtwo. And it has Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. And these are really unique in Pokemon because they have names. These three birds are legendary Pokemon from the first one, and they're based on Spanish numbers. So Articuno is one, uno is one, Zapdos, dos is two, and Moltres, tres is three. So I remember Club Nintendo talking about it. I was like, wow, that's really cool. So yeah. I picked up a one and only video game. I actually traded this video game for some stuff that I'm selling. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. I don't want to. I really, really don't want to get rid of my stuff. But I have so much stuff that I've collected through the years. So I'm getting rid of some figures, some statues, some action figures, some strategy guides, bunch of stuff. The only thing I'm gonna keep is movies. I'm gonna keep my movies. Gonna keep my video games. Gonna keep my comic books, books and CDs, and some odd things here and there. Everything else I'm selling. So for this one, I traded some stuff for it. So for the Wii U, I picked up Barbie and her sister's Puppy Rescue. My daughter likes Barbie. She still likes popping in the occasional Barbie cartoon, and there's a cartoon series in Netflix, and she plays with her Barbie doll. So I picked this one up. It's kind of like a Grand Theft Auto Light because you have this open city that you can, and it's only one city that you can run around and collect puppies, and you have mini games to take care of them. I thought she would like it a lot better because she liked going on the bicycle, but she's still really young, so she didn't quite get the controls right to run around the city, figure out where the puppies were. But the minigame, she got along great. It's just the whole act of, navigating the city that she kind of lost interest in. Picked up a board game, and again, you might question, dude, why are you buying board games? But I grew up in an age where board games, we didn't have internet. We had video games, we had movies, so we had forms of entertainment. And we would go outside, and that's something that I don't see a lot of kids do nowadays. They don't go outside to get some sun and some fresh air. They just sit on their living rooms with their cell phones or their tablets and stuff like that. So something that we're trying, me and the wife and me are trying to do with our kids is play board games and whatever board games we can get. And this one I bought because I like Pokemon. So this is Headband's Pokemon game. This is what that game where you put a headband, hence the name, and you put an image of something. Headband games that we picked up are, like they have cars, like stuff like it's like Guess Who, but you have a card here, and you have to guess what you are with. You would ask like, am I a person or a thing? Am I blue or am I white or stuff like that. And we have a Disney one, we have a Harry Potter one, and I bought this one myself. This is a Pokemon one because I like Pokemon, like I've mentioned before. I even I hope I mentioned that before. I picked up a Pokemon Monopoly. So you just put this thing on your head and you have to guess like, what am I? Am I a ghost type? And they would say yes, or okay, so am I Generation 1 or Generation 2? And they would have to tell you, and you have to guess that you're a Gengar. This one's a lot more complicated than the Disney one. The Disney one has Disney characters. You could probably guess a Disney character. The card things also. But Pokemon, this one's a lot harder because unless you're like hardcore Pokemon, you're not going to get some of those. So that's mostly for me and collection. Picked up some books. I haven't bought a book in a while, and like I said, with comic books and other physical media, you can't beat the feel of a book, the smell of a book. It's something that unless you are a book lover, you might not get. But I love books. Like a lot of stuff, I don't. I can't. It's kind of hard to sit down because of work, because of family, because of other responsibilities. It's kind of hard to sit down and flip through a book, but I still like collecting them. And maybe when I'm retired, I'll have time to read books, and I'll have a whole library to enjoy. But this one, I picked up. I picked up three books. This one I found. I was making a delivery of some stuff I was selling, and I was waiting for this guy to come in. And this book was just there, and this lady was there, and I was asking, "Is this your book?" And she's like, "No, that's not my book." So no one claimed it, so I picked it up, and it's from Anne Rice, uh, Blood Canticle, and this is part of the Vampire Chronicles series. And I have issues with Anne Rice's writing. I like the lore. She's built up an interesting lore of vampires. Um, the idea that they originated from Egypt in Queen of the Damned, which is actually a book I need to get. I would like to own Queen of the Damned and Interview with a Vampire. Because I own the movies. I own Queen of the Damned and Interview with a Vampire, the movies. And I would like to read the books. The only books I have are The Vampire Lestat, which is really cool because it has Lestat going into like glam rock and becoming a superstar, and he comes in conflict with the vampire covens because they don't want Lestat revealing that their vampires are real. So that one's pretty good. I actually do like the Vampire Lestat. But other books I own from the Anne Rice Chronicles are not that good. I would like to own Queen of the Dam and Interview with a Vampire. I have never come across those, and I'm kind of picky with books. I like hardcovers, soft covers. I realized through the years that they tend to disintegrate. They literally fall apart after too much reading. So yeah, no, actually that's not true. I hope I talked about it, but I did pick up the last book of the girl with the dragon tattoo, the girl that played with the Horden's Nets, and the last book, the girl in the spider's web, something like that. So yeah, I have bought a book before this, but that was like 3 months ago. Anyway, want to get into this one. Like I said, I have issues with some of Anne Rice's writing, but it's better than the Stephanie Meyer Twilight books by far. And I like the lore. I like the lore that she says. I mean, it's a world where you have vampires. Well, it started with just vampires, and then they started introducing demons, and then witches and ghosts and everything. So it kind of like got weird. Another book I got, and I'm super happy I got this one. I love the Japanese culture. I'm fascinated with the Japanese culture. It is my goal in life, it's in my bucket list to one day, hopefully, travel to Japan and live that, because I've always felt this connection with Japanese culture, specifically during the time of samurais. I really like the samurai mentality, even though I wish I could practice it, but stuff gets to me a lot more. I'm not as zen as I used to be, but I love the samurais. Anything that has to do with samurais, I love. That's why I love the Akira Kurosawa movies. The old majestic black and white movies, because they're set in samurai times. That's why I love Onimusha, the games on PlayStation 3, because they're set with samurais. Basically anything that has samurais, and I have a nice chunk of samurai books, but this one I've never seen before, and this is Secrets of the Samurai. And this is an older book. Let's see, originally published in 1973, and this is the 1999 edition. But it has information on the armors of the samurai, the different types. It has a whole bunch of really, really detailed information. It has illustrations, explanations on the warrior classes of the samurai, like the daimyos and all that. It also has information like this. This is incredibly fascinating to me. The different type of armors and what every piece of the armor is called. Just just amazing stuff for a samurai lover like myself. So I even have samurai swords, which my wife wants me to get rid of because she doesn't want our kids stabbing each other. They're not actual samurai swords, that you can't cut off a limb, but you could probably stab someone with those samurai swords I got. So this book is really cool. I really like this. Secrets of the Samurai. Uh, just like it. It has the philosophy of the samurai. I've flipped through a couple of things here and there, and it has the different classes during the different samurai periods. Like this is the social structure of the Takugawa society. So you had your military class and your emperors at the top, then your religious, and then all the common folk like the farmers and peasants and shit like that. So really detailed book. Love this book. That would have been like the gem of the haul, but then I came across this baby, and this is H.P. Lovecraft, Great Tales of Horror, and I've been looking for a nice book of H.P. Lovecraft, and because I have one, I have a small book with some collected things, and the main one that one has is the Call of Cthulhu, but it has a couple of short stories. I've been wanting to get more H.P. Lovecraft and Edgar Allan Poe. I also have a really small Edgar Allan Poe book, but I wanted something bigger, and I got this, and it's amazing. It has 20 stories from H.P. Lovecraft. I'm sorry. It has the Call of Cthulhu, The Color Out of Space, which is a really good story. The Lurking of Fear, the music of Eric Sand, Dagon, or Dagon, however you want to pronounce it, Pigman's Model, The Dunwich Horror, which is really cool, The Statement of Randolph Carter, In the Vault, Cool Air, The Thing on the Doorstep, The Dreams in the Witch House, The Shadow over Innsmouth, which is really good, At the Mountains of Madness, also really good, Herbert West, Reanimator, really good, you're going to hear me say that, The Rats in the Walls, The Case of Charles Daxter Ward, The Whisper in Darkness, The Haunter of the Dark, and The Shadow Out of Time. So it has 500 plus pages. This is the sixth printing of the book. If you're a book collector, you try to collect first editions. But this one's great. I have seen 600 pages actually. It has 600 pages of H.P. Lovecraft here. I have seen more expensive editions that has like the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe is like really thick, with a lot of special features like uh, stuff that they talk about. But those are expensive books. This was $5 along with the Secrets of the Samurai. $5 this one, $5 the other one. So for $5 I'm not knocking this. It has the ones I wanted to get anyway. In the Mountains of Madness and the Color Out of Space and an English Call of Cthulhu. So I'm happy with this one. I'm really happy. H.P. Lovecraft is of course the creator of the Cursed Tome of the Necronomicon and Cthulhu himself. And Cthulhu like exploded a couple of years ago. A lot of people are following Cthulhu now. So yeah, that's the thing. So I'm super happy for those two books. And I always recommend the standout stuff of the haul. So I'm definitely, without a doubt, going to mention Secrets of the Samurai and H.P. Lovecraft, Great Tales of Horror. This one's entirely for me if you also like Japanese culture and samurais. That's the kind of book you want to get. And if you're into horror, H.P. Lovecraft is really cool. It's really atmospheric and very psychological kind of stuff. So I like this one. This one, and like I said, Edgar Allan Poe are really good reads if you can find really good compilations of their work, and that one's a really cool compilation. So yeah, that was the non-movie, non-comic book update. Hope I didn't. Well, it's about 20 minutes. Sorry about that. Movie John's great at making short videos. And a lot of people make short videos, but somehow I always ramble on. And I want to give a review of the stuff that I got, so that if it's something that might interest you. So I apologize for rambling about this awesome stuff. Awesome stuff to me that I get. You might enjoy as well. So yeah. But I'm gonna cut this one short because the next one I'm gonna record, and I have to record it right now because this is the chance I get. Tomorrow I have too much stuff to do, and I'm not gonna get a chance to record this video. And I'm sacrificing sleep and health, but I gotta do it because otherwise it's not gonna get done. So I'll see you in a bit. Well, when you watch this video, it might be a while unless you marathon these things, but I will see you in a bit while I organize my stuff and record a movie update. So hope to see you then. Bye.